This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. We are talking about calculations. Calculations means creating a formula and using them. So, calculations are evaluated on the fly. That means if you create a formula, when the data changes, automatically the values will get overwritten, right? So creating calculations means writing some new code to the cube. You need not process the cube, you should only deploy the cube. All these things we discussed. And how to create a calculation: we can create a calculation with the help of a with member and a calculation name. And if you're using create member, definitely you need to use the cube name and the calculation name whenever you say create. So whenever you use with, you need not use the cube name. But whenever you go in for a create statement, compulsorily you have to use the cube name here. Current cube means it is a cube name. Okay. So current cube means what here? It is a current cube name. That is the meaning. Okay. So guys, compulsorily you need to write the cube name here. So that is what is your understanding. Now, what is the need for with? What is the need for create? What is the need for a cube UA? The scope is very, very important. Clear? Now, can I create a calculation on one more calculation? Why not? What is a calculation? Calculation is a formula, expression. It is going to be evaluated whenever whenever you browsing the cube, right? So writing calculation means writing expressions, writing a code to the cube. You have to only deploy, not the, you should not process the cube. Now let me do complex calculation. What I'm trying to do, I want to understand what is the sales percentage of a given product. Clear? Let me quickly go and open my cube. Guys, people who have completed and take sample CVs from my team, create your CV, put much more SSIS, values, okay? Much more SSIS points. And remember this, SSIS and SSAS and SSRS and data warehousing points you need to include. Clear? So people have done all this. So at least you have done two things, SSIS and SSRS and data warehousing means you're ready to upload your CV. Clear? So get sample CVs from my team. Okay, sample CVs from my team. So you know my team's number, team's email ID. What is the team's email ID? info@goonlinetrainings.com. You ping them, you ask them, get and modify them. Clear? And keep minimum 2 projects, not more than that. Clear? Keep minimum projects, and you need to keep much more concepts of SSIS and SSRS. Okay. So, and you can also keep SQL server. SQL server means you have to keep SQL plus T-SQL concept. T-SQL means writing store procedures, writing functions, writing triggers, cases. SQL means queries, DML, DDML, and everything. Clear? So minimum 2 projects, you can tell them that 3 to 5 years of experience. Okay, if you're a fresher, so I tell you, you can keep a minimum of 3.5 years of experience, not more than that. Okay, you may be passed out in year of 2010 or 2012, doesn't matter. And currently you're appearing for a job 2021. You can tell them that I am working, let us say, in Jan 2018 to till date. Something like this you can mention. Okay. To till date, I'm currently working for some so and so company. You may be working from some ABC company, right? You will take a lot of documents and other stuff. So you put 3.5 years of experience. That is more than sufficient. And people may ask you, why is so much of a gap? Because 2018 you have started means, before that what were you doing? So till they'll ask you 20, 17 December. Till this time, what were you doing? You can tell them that I am appearing for government exams, or I am working for, I'm working for a small company as a faculty, something like that, or I'm doing my own business, something like that. You can tell them that. And after that, I got into this. So, who told you to learn this? You can tell them that my friends or my brother told me to learn this. After this, I got into this company. Clear? So, earlier, I was working for a small institution where I was a faculty. Now, after that, last 3.5 years, I was into this company. That's it, nothing else. And people would ask you, how many projects you have done, blah, blah, blah. You can tell them that, 2 projects I have done, more work on SQL Server. They will ask you the rating. You can tell them that 7 out of 10. This is my rating. So all of them I'm giving you because many people have completed, right? All the subject. SSIS, you can give more. SSIS is very easy. SSRS also you can say 8 out of 10. Rating they'll ask you, right? So in data warehousing also I'm very, very good. So you can tell them that only, so what kind of a schemas you have implemented, what is the fact table, what is the dimension table. So maybe if you're weak in data warehousing, you can tell them that I know how to create a cube and all. So in the real time, I never worked on it. If you worked on it, you can increase this size. Clear? But still, I can write MDX queries and all. And we have used these MDX queries as part of our SSRS reports and everything. So what kind of a reports you have created means drilling down, drilling through sub reports, and what kind of a SSIS work you have done. It means deploying of SSIS packages, implement incremental loading, full loading, and what kind of a transformation you have used. So conditional split, lookup, data conversion, and merge, union all, sorting, row count, OLEDB command, so for each loop container logging, implementation, auditing. So all these things I know very well. So that is how you should say. In SQL Server, what all you know? You tell them that I'm very good in queries. Don't tell them that I'm good in creating table. People will laugh at you, right? So you can tell them that I'm good in writing queries, joins, subqueries, derived tables, CTEs, temp tables. Very, very important question. What are temp tables? What are CTEs? What are table variables? What are views? What are indexed views? And a stored proc, input parameter, output parameter, and what kind of a functions we have written, difference between stored proc and function, right? So you can tell them that I have very good exposure. And where did you use your stored proc? You can they'll people may ask, you can tell them that we have created complex logics and everything as part of my reporting purpose. I have created a lot of store procs and I have implemented. Clear? So you can tell them like that and prepare your CV and send me for review. bhaskarjogi@gmail.com. You can send me for review, and this is what you should be able to have it. If you know SSIS, I strongly recommend you start the project. People who know SSIS at least, and SSIS and SQL, if you know, you can start MSBA project with us. Clear? Because as soon as you upload the CV, the first question they'll ask you, tell me about yourself. Okay, so you can say I have 3.5 years of experience and I have done these projects. The first project is on retail domain, second project on some insurance domain. Then the next question, tell me about your project. This is where many people will not get the success. Okay, tell me about your project. Clear? If you don't do any project, they'll ask you a lot of questions. In this, you will get failed. They'll ask you, what is the structure of your data warehousing? Tell me a couple of table names and how the factor table is linked to dimension table. What is the primary key table name? What is the foreign key table? How many factor tables you have? How did you load the data into the data warehousing? What kind of a strategy you have implemented? What are the challenges that you faced it? And what kind of a data issues that you got it, what kind of a bad data that you got it. So all these questions you will not be able to answer because you never done not even a single project. You have done only the demos which I have asked you to do it. Clear? So many people will not crack the second question itself. So then they will come to know that you are a fake guy or you don't have any experience at all because you cannot speak anything. So they'll ask you a lot of questions. What kind of a control? How do you export the data with the help of a for each loop? Can you tell me step by step process? Tell me one table. How did you load the data? All these things you will not be able to answer, guys. And we have MSBA project, so that is already started. So morning 10 a.m. one batch is going on, and one more batch we can have this one. People who are in abroad, they can utilize this, and the people who are in India, they can attend. Clear? So two timings we have. So for the new schedules and everything, you talk to my team. So you will have much more, opportunities. You will be able to get it. You can easily crack the interview. So you upload your CV, will come to know. You will not be able to clear not even one round, because you cannot explain the first project that you put in your CV. They'll ask you, tell me about your project. How do you get the data? What kind of a data sources you have? What kind of a bad data that you got it? What are the issues you got it? What are the performance that you have faced? And how do you get the work from the team lead? And how do you have the calls? A lot of things will be asked. Clear? So never go only with the theoretical knowledge. We are going to be covering in MSBA project, we're going to be covering each and everything. SSIS in depth we're covering, SSAS we're covering, SSRS we're covering, and we're covering SQL stored procs. Clear? So all these things we are covering. If you're working on Power BI, instead of SSRS you can go in for Power BI reports as well. So all the modules will get covered, and much more focus we're going to be giving on SSIS side. SSIS will take a minimum of 30 to 40 hours. A lot of work you have to do it. So the complete duration will be minimum 30 to 40 hours will be there, and much more time you are working on SSIS. Then after that, creating a cube will not take much time. Creating reports are pretty much easy. Clear? And you will take a lot of time to create a lot of stored procs. Many people will be worried about stored procs and everything. We are going to be writing a lot of stored procedures in our MSBA project. So guys, we plan for it and keep the same project. Whatever I'm going to be giving, the same project you can keep in your CV as well. Clear? So guys, and salary package, they'll ask you, what is salary I'm getting it? You can say, if you're getting a 10 lakhs of salary, and definitely, as I told you, you ask minimum expected salary is 10 lakhs, right? So don't ask for, yeah, I'm getting 4 lakhs. I will ask only 6 lakhs. If you ask 6 lakhs, they'll give you 6 lakhs. If you ask 10 lakhs, they'll ask you why you need so much of salary, because you're getting only 4 lakhs. What is the answer? Answer I told you, because companies are now giving 10 lakhs. My friends also got into 10 lakhs, and hence I'm asking. Not only you, if you don't give me problem, I don't have any problem, but where I'm appearing for other interviews, so they are ready to pay me 10 to 11 lakhs, so that is fine. Clear? If they say we don't have that much of budget, so that is their problem. You need not worry about it. If they cannot give you this much salary, don't attempt the interview as well. Clear? If they ask you 10 lakhs, you negotiate up to 9.5 lakhs. And if you're asking 10 lakhs and they are 7 lakhs and 8 lakhs, and if you're saying yes to that, or you say as per company norms you pay, and they'll pay very less salary. Clear? So never go in for that. Clearly tell them that if you're ready to pay 7 lakhs, that is your wish. Definitely I need 10 lakhs. If I get a good offer, I'm not going to be joining your company. So tell them clearly to the HR guys. Clear? So that is what is the thing. So you ask more and more salaries. Don't work for peanuts. Guys, am I clear? So because we're going to complete in this week SSAS, many people have already completed all the modules. You take sample CVs from my team and modify them. Keep any two projects. Don't modify those. Keep two projects, and keep lot of SSIS and SSRS and data warehousing in SQL points, and submit for review, and you upload and you get ready. And meanwhile, you can also start working on the MSBA project. Clear? So now, I wanted to calculate uh, a complex calculations, right? So many times you will be asked. So, for example, you are selling a lot of products, right? So a product it is called furniture. Okay. So furniture, under you have chairs, you have tables. Under that you have cots, lot of things. The sales is, let us say, $10 billion. So this will be a $12 billion. The sales may be, it is $8 billion, right? So this is the category of furniture, and the total is a 20 plus 30. You're going to be having a 30 here, right? So I wanted to know what is the share of each product. Okay, so you will be asked this kind of reports. For example, I wanted to know share means it is 8, share of each product means I would like to do the calculation 8 by the total is 30. So how do you get it? So drag and drop product divided by product dot parent, right? So you will be able to get a product is 8, its parent is. So this is how you should be able to get. I told you, right? If you have a quarter one and a quarter two and a quarter three and a quarter four, right? If you wanted to know, so you take any 1 year. If you take, let us say 2017. So I wanted to know quarter three means it is July, August, and September. Clear? So I wanted to know what is the share. $10 billion, let us say $2 billion, and let us say $20 billion. 20 plus 2, 22 plus 10, 32. So the sales of this is $32 billion. I wanted to know share of August. So 2 by 32. So 2 dot parent. Dot parent is a Q3. Clear? So that is how you're going to be having. So always you drag and drop this divided by the total. Total means 32, 10 by 32. So 2 by 32, 20 by 32. You should be able to use the parent function to do the calculations. Clear? So when you execute, it is going to be executing row by row, row by row, row by row. It is going to be doing. For example, I wanted to know what is the share of this. So it is April, then May, then June. So how do you get it? Its parent. It may be $12 billion, maybe $18 billion, maybe $20 billion. What is the total sales now? It is 30 and 40. So what is the sales? Sales of April is 12 divided by blah blah blah. So 18 divided by that blah blah blah. When it is executing current member dot its parent. Current member is April. April parent is this. Next current member is 18. 18 divided by this. So we're going to be using a function called current member. Clear? So dim product name dot current member comma current member sales amount divided by its parent sales amount. Clear? So this is how you're going to be doing the calculation. So I wanted to understand the sales percentage. Let me go and write a beautiful query. So let me connect analysis services, click on connect. So this week we're going to complete the SSAS, guys. Maximum another 2 to 3 classes. Okay. So I'm going to be having select from the cube name. I wanted to know what is the sales amount. So how do you get the sales amount? Sales amount is this. I'll say on 0. I wanted to get a product wise. I go here, product name, I wanted to get it. So on 1, right? So this already we knew it. So I wanted to have non-empty. What is the meaning? I don't need empty values at all. So this is my sales. I wanted to know what is the share of sugar on the total share. I cannot say divided by and the product name dot parent. It is not going to work. It is not going to work when you say product name dot its parent. Will it work? It is not going to work if you write like this. It is not going to work if you do any kind of a calculations. So you will not be able to write it here. It will not work. If you wanted to get its parent, let me show you what is the parent of this guy. Okay, the parent of this guy is what? Let me drag and drop this. I'm able to get this. I wanted to get his parent. Okay. We have used it, right? What is that? Forgot. Product data, product hierarchy. We supposed to get this product name. Right, right. That is where I am doing. Very good, very good, very good. I forgot. So I wanted to have this is a chair. Yeah, this is what is the issue. Correct. I forgot. Okay. Now, so what I wanted to have, I wanted to have a chair. Or let me take some Coke. What is the sales of the Coke? I would like to have it. So the Coke sales is nothing a cot. Okay. This one is the cot. Cot sales is this much. I wanted to know its parent, right? So how do I get its parent? So cot is under category of furniture. Okay. So since I'm not using a product from the hierarchy, let me go to the product table and let me go to the browser. If I say product name, I'm using a cot, right? If I'm using a cot, so where is cot? Cot is, its parent is all. So because I'm dragging and dropping from where? From the product name. I wanted to use a product category. So I go here. If I am going here, I wanted to open the furniture category, not category. I would like to go the product hierarchy. I wanted to go to furniture category. Then if I say cart dot parent means it is going to go to its root. So I'm using here what is a attribute. Now I don't want to use attribute here. I wanted to go in for product hierarchy. Now I go and get the card from here. Okay. If you wanted to know what is the card sales, this is one is the card sales. I wanted to know dot parent. So cart parent is what? Furniture. Clear? Cot parent is furniture because cot is here furniture. How the furniture sales will be? So computer cot or chair, this one, this one. So this value plus 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 this value is equivalent to furniture value, right? So that is what will happen. So I'm going to be taking like this. So I will be able to write cot. Okay. So cot sales is this much divided by, I take the same value dot parent dot parent. Clear? So if I write like this, will it work? You cannot write this kind of a functions in your MDX queries directly. So what you need to do, you have to create a calculation. So how to create a calculation? We knew. So any expression, if you wanted to write, you create a calculation. So with member, so I wanted to know product sales percentage. Okay, product sales percent. So that is the name as I wanted to know what is the product that we're talking about. So you need to drag and drop the product dot current member with sales amount. This is how you should be able to write it. So I go product. Where is the product? Let me go and let me take this product. Okay, and the product and its sales amount. I want to get its sales amount. So this is what we're getting. So if you point, you will be able to get all the products at a stage. What I would like to have it. I wanted to use a function called current member. Okay. So this is the function I'm going to be using. So product name dot current member comma sales amount. So this is what I'm talking about. So dim product dot product name current member set sales amount divided by its parent sales. Clear? Current member dot parent sales. So that is what we are going to be having. So divided by current member dot parent. Clear? So this is what I wanted to have it. Sales amount I would like to have it, and I wanted to have a formatting string. Format string I would like to use it. So I can have any uh, formatting string. Let me go and go to your cube structure. You close this, and this is what is your cube. Go to calculations. I wanted to have some format string like this. So when I go here, so the format string would be percent or currency, whatever you wanted to have it, you can have it. Clear? So I want to have this one, and this is my calculation. I wanted to use remove this, and I wanted to have this calculation there. Clear? So I would like to have this one. By default, this is a measure. I told you, right? If you wanted to have it, you can have it here, and you can also have like this. By default, members, by default, these are measures only. I would like to get what is the sales amount and what is the percentage, and both of them are completely measures. So I would like to keep this as a set, right? Comma, and I wanted to get a product wise. So I would like to drag and drop the product name. Clear? Let me execute it. I will be able to get the sales. Have you seen this? So on the total share, this is the 14%. This is 11%. So wherever there is a null, we can say rows are having nulls, right? So this is a row, one means row. I will be able to put non-empty. Clear? So non-empty data, I'm able to get it. I wanted to sort the data as well. Clear? If you remove this percentage here, if you remove the percentage, at the end you need to remove the comma as well. Let me execute. You will be able to get like this. Clear? And again, into divided by 100 into 100 will give you a lot of issues. So many people will put like this. Okay? Into 100. Okay. So if you write percentage formulas and everything, again you need to what do you say, you need to include percentage symbol and standard two decimals. Lot of things you need to do it on your own. For example, I will go and get this and go here and formatting string, right? So at the end you need to put comma, and you should be able to put like this, and into 100 it is, right? So this is what you should be able to execute it. Okay, you will be able to get a two decimals, right? If you remove this, and if you remove this, what will happen? You will be able to get like this. You will be able to get like this. The better thing is that you need to put like this, and at the end you need to put comma, right? So you will be able to get, again you need percentage symbol that has to be there. So instead of giving this simply, the better thing, you remove this, you remove this, okay. Simply you write percent, you write percent. So that is the simplest way you can do the calculations, right? You will be able to get the percentage symbol as well. Clear? Now, when you say non-empty, you will be able to get this data. You should be able to do order by order clause. You can use it, right? Order. So I wanted to get order wise sales percentage descending order. Okay. In which order? Descending order. I wanted to have it. Clear, guys? So this is the complete code. I would like to have non-empty, blah, blah, blah. Let me execute this code. When I execute it, I will be able to get the highest products. And when you go down, the least products are going down. Clear? So this is where this is almost, this means it is somewhat very little figure that is not showing. Okay. Which are the products which are having this one? If you need top five products, if you need top five products, you can use what? Top, you can use, head, right? Head of, I wanted to have five products only. I would like to get it. So top five products based on the sales amount and sales percentage. Like that, you can go ahead and continue and write this kind of a complex expressions. Clear? So anything, if you wanted to work on the expressions, you will be able to use it here. You will be able to use it here. The same thing, you should also write the expression you should be able to write. So if you need any product wise sales, or if you need country wise sales, or if you need this wise sales, that wise sales, you can have different calculations like that, so that you will be able to achieve like this. Clear? So writing a calculations are pretty much easy. You have to write MDX, expressions. All this is what is called an expression, MDX expression. This is what is called MDX query, right? So this is a query. Select. This is not a query, right? This is an expression, right? So whenever you write, so this is not a MDX query. This is an expression. What kind of an expression? It is a MDX expression. Clear? So MDX can be available in, one is MDX expressions and MDX queries, right? So that is how you can write the complex calculations. Now the next one is called, I wanted to understand the named sets. So when you go here, so one is that we can create a calculation. So if you go here, so this is new calculated member by default, which is a measure. When you click on this, which is a numerical value. Clear? But when you go here, it is not a numerical value. It is a set of dimensions. Clear? Named sets. So you have to know clearly. This is what is a numerical value, a fact value, where we can do a lot of calculations. Okay. Now this is the next one is called this, right? Sorry, it has gone here. So this is the one. This one is where you can use a lot of dimension values. So dimensions where you will not be able to apply any calculations, right? Dimension means a color, size, or a customer name, product name, right? And products category. So you should be able to perform a lot of operations on your dimensions. Okay, that is where we are going to be using uh, a lot of sets we are going to be using. So we should use complete numerical data, and you can create a lot of calculations on that. The next one is called named sets. So named sets means it is a set. Set means a set of dimensions only, right? We knew what is a set and what is a tuple already. Set means a dimension value. So on this we're going to be working something clear. So this one is always by measure, always by fact, where you can do a lot of aggregations, right? Percentages and everything can be done only on the first one. The second one where you're going to be using a dimensions. Dimensions means what? Category name, customer name, location name. So on that, you're not going to be using any kind of a calculations or aggregations. Aggregations need to be used only on the first one. If you don't need any aggregation, if you wanted to do some kind of a sets means you're going to be using the dimensions. That is the second one. Clear? So let me talk about this clearly. So again, we have using a width, using a create, using cube. Named set is not a measure, it is a dimension. Named set is not a measure, which is the dimensional data. So on this, if you wanted to filter something, for example, we have static named set and dynamic named set. Static named sets, when defined in a cube, are evaluated during the cube processing time. Dynamic named sets are evaluated each time the query is invoked by the user. Okay, so let us understand what is the named set first. I wanted to create what is the sales of Chennai, Dallas, and Hyderabad. Now it is a dimensional data I am creating as a set. It is not a member. Clear? So this one I'm going to be using in my MDX queries. So instead of executing every time this one, this one, this one, this one, I'm going to be using this. So this is the set. The set means couple of dimension values. Dimensions means what? So dimensions means it is a character data, right? So these are named sets. Now I wanted to create, for example, I wanted to use with the member, we'll say with set. Set means I have to say selected underscore cities. So this is my set I'm doing. What cities data you wanted to get it? So that cities data I would like to have it. For example, I wanted to know the city. You can use attribute or hierarchy, doesn't matter. I wanted to know the city of Chennai from India, city of Dallas from America, and I wanted to know, I wanted to have one more city of Dayton. Clear? It is from India, these two from this. So all of them are having same path. It is what is called a set, right? So you need to close like this. Now you need to call them. Select from the cube name. What is your cube name? Cube name is this. And you have to get so sales amount. So on 0, and you have to use this on what? On one. So you need to execute everything at a single stretch. So you should be able to get what is the sales of Chennai, what is the sales of Dallas, what is the sales of Dayton. If you wanted to use every time, the better create one set. Better create one set instead of dragging and dropping every time. You better keep this in your select queries very easily. What is this? It is a set. Simply these are the things we have given a name to that, nothing else. Clear? So this is what you can understand very easily. It is a completed dimensional data. There is no numerical data. Numerical data means you have to say member. Member means measure data. Set means it is named set. Now, I wanted to get a top 5 customers based on the highest sales. Okay. So top 5 customers based on the highest sales. Create a static set. I'm using this time create. Okay. Create a, I can use a static and set. So top 5 customer in a sales static. Top 5 customers sales underscore static. I wanted to give you the difference between static and this one. Okay. And as we can write, how to write this? So we know we can use top count, right? Top count customers. I wanted to go to customer table, customer name. So top 5 customers based on what? Based on sales amount. Okay, I need only 5 customers. We have already used the top count, right? So this will give me this, and I wanted to say select from this and on 0 and drag and drop customer name, not customer name. I wanted to use this here. Okay, so I'm using on 1 from the cube name. So this will give me top 5 customers based on the sales amount. Okay, I would like to first execute this. Okay. Uh, no cube. Okay, cube name need to be specified here. So cube name has to come here. That's it, nothing else. Okay. First you need to create, because we're using create. You must create this first. Created. Now I wanted to use this. So top 5 customers, I'm able to get it. Now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create one more set. You cannot give same name. Instead of a static, I write dynamic. Okay. So I say this is a dynamic one. Now I copy this and I create this first. Dynamic name set is also created. So the name I have to replace it here. Clear? So let me execute this. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you now, we have created 2 queries. One is with the static set. The second one is called a dynamic set. And I wanted to execute both of them. And I wanted to you show the data here. Clear? So I wanted to copy this data, go to Excel sheet and paste it. Okay. So this is what is called static data. Now let me get the data for dynamic as well. Any difference we'll see. So this is dynamic data. Go to copy and get the data and see the date. Any difference? You tell me. Let me know. So the numbers Mohit, Vimala Reddy, Moti Lallu, everything is the fine. Okay. There is no difference between static and dynamic. But what is the difference between static and dynamic? We'll understand now clearly. So what I do, I go here. I wanted to know year 2014. Okay. You can take year number 2014 or 2015, what is the sales? Okay. And the same thing I would like to have. What is the meaning? I wanted to get top 5 customers in 2015. Top 5 customers in 2015. Let me execute both queries again and copy the data. Okay. Let me copy the data. Let me go back and let me copy the data. Now you see the difference. Okay. Now, in case of this one, in case of static data, so what are the data you have? You have Jyoti Mati. Jyoti Mati is there. So Jyoti Mati is there. Mohit Sai is there. Mohit Sayed is there. Vimala Reddy is there. Vimala Reddy. Mohit Lallu. So all the names are again repeated. All the names are repeated, but these numbers it is getting from what? 2015 data. Clear? So what is the meaning? It is taking the same customers, only it is getting the data of 2015, but it is not actually, these are not the top of, top 5 customers in 2015. 2015, these are the guys, okay? Prakash Koda. So Jyotimati is there, Mohit Sayed, everything is there, and you have, these are the actual 2015 customers. These are the top 2015 customers. So what is the meaning? When I apply something on a dynamic, which is going to be executing correctly on this, year. Clear? What it is doing? It is getting the same data here and going. It is not changing the names. Names it is keeping as it is here. It is only changing the numbers. Clear? So this is the wrong data, which is not going to see very clause. Clear? So it is telling me in 2015, what is the sales of these guys? So these are the top 5 customers. These are the top 5 customers. And in 2015, these are the customers. Clear? So when you use a dynamic, so what will happen? It is going to be working on very clause perfectly fine. So this fellow static is not going to work on the very clause. It is going to be using the same values, only changes these numbers for the 2015. Clear? But actually, these are not the top 5 customers in 2015. These are the top 5 customers. Am I clear? So that is what is the difference between static and dynamic. Clear? So when I put 2014 and 2015, so this is not going to, execute the where clause properly. This is going to be executing the where clause properly. Clear? Static name set will not see the where clause. Dynamic name set will see the where clause. Clear? So this is what is all about the creating name sets. Any dimensional data you can group, together, and you should be able to drag and drop it in your calculations. Clear? Calculations means writing what kind of a formula. That formula you can drag and drop in your MDX queries in your reporting, so that you can have any kind of a, calculations. Whenever you create a cube, building a cube, building a calculations, building dimensions, building cube, building calculations, and deploy the cube. Remaining things are not at all needed. Clear? If you know how to create a cube, and definitely you should know how to use this relationship, then calculations. If you know 1, 2, 3, and you should know how to process and build the cube, remaining things are not at all needed. These are very very advanced concept, but tomorrow we'll be discussing what is a KPI, what is the action, partitions, aggregations, perspective. These are very very simple to learn, very very simple to learn. So these 3 things we'll be focusing later. So you always, what you do whenever you create a cube, you create a calculations, because calculations where you can create a lot of measures, lot of, formulas, you write it, and you will be able to deploy your cube to the, production environment. How to deploy the cube to the production, that will sit tomorrow or day after tomorrow's class. Because once you create a cube is available in a developer machine, developer's laptop, right? So this has to work along with the production data warehouse, right? So how can we give this cube to the production guys? That is also you should see. And if you know how to create a calculations, means very good understanding of SSAS cubes. You can also tell them that I knew how to create a cube, I knew how to use a cube, I knew how to create hierarchies, how to create name it sets in calculations. I can write basic MDX queries as well. I knew top count, bottom count, order clause, non-empty, non-space empty, all these things I knew very well. So I have used them in our reporting as well. When you say like that, so that is more than sufficient for you to crack the interview. Any questions?